So we looked at external costs in production before. What we're now going to do is look at external costs in consumption. So these are negative side effects arising from the use of a product. So it's not side effects of it being made, it's when you as a consumer actually use it. Now, this is often linked to the idea of demerit goods. Demerit goods generally have two key characteristics. One is that they are bad for you, but you still overconsume them anyway, perhaps because of information asymmetry. You don't realise, we talked in the past about junk food, you don't realise that it's as bad for you as you think it is. Sorry, as you think. It's worse for you than you think it is, but also, they are bad for others. So, in other words, there is an external cost as a resulting from the usage, resulting from the consumption of this product. And obvious examples of these things are tobacco and alcohol. They clearly have negative impacts on you, and also they have negative impact on third parties. So let's have a look. So it's going to work the same way, which is that if there are impacts on third parties, that you ignore, well, you're going to consume too much of it. Well, not from your point of view, but you're going to consume too much of it from society's point of view. That's what it boils down to. So what we're saying is that you see that there is a certain amount of benefit. That's the benefit to you. From, having a beer. But what we're saying is that the true benefit, the marginal social benefit, which is the true benefit, that is the overall benefit to society from you having a beer. And you're part of society, so therefore that's part of it. The fact that you're out having a nice time, with your mates and so on. Well, that's great. Society benefits because you benefit. However, what we have to do is what we've got to say is that in this case, we've got to subtract the external cost. The damage that you drinking has on third parties. Perhaps you go out and you make lots of noise. Perhaps you go out and you're sick on the pavement. Perhaps you get into your car, and you cause accidents. You hurt other people. And therefore, the true benefit is less than your private benefit. But you demand beer on the basis of the benefits to you. You don't think about these negative side effects, and as a result of which, the marginal private benefit is greater than the marginal social benefit in the case of negative consumption externalities. So if there are negative consumption externalities, we're going to consume too much. Because we only think about the benefits to us, we don't think about the external costs, and therefore we don't think about the benefit to society overall. Therefore, again, in this case, in the previous case, when we looked at production externalities, they were overproduced. Here, they're going to be overconsumed. The equilibrium quantity is going to be too high. We're going to consume more than the socially optimum level. So if we look at how to show that on a diagram, then what we're saying then is that here's price and costs and benefits, here's output, that's demand, which is based on your private benefit. You demand according to your marginal, as we said before, that's marginal utility. You demand according to your willingness to pay, which reflects how much benefit you think you get from it. Their supply. Now in this case, we're going to say that there's no side effects from the production of beer. Just putting beer into barrels. We're arguing here, now this may or may not be true, but we're arguing that there are no actual consequences of making beer. It's when you drink it that consequences come about. So the equilibrium occurs where supply equals demand. And as I said to you before, start all your diagrams in this way. But what we're now saying is we said that the true benefit is less than the benefit to you because of all the damage that you do to third parties. And as a result of which, we've got to say, well, the true benefit of using it, yeah, is less than the benefit that you think it is. So we've got to subtract. There is the external cost, yeah, of that pint of beer. Yeah, and there is the external cost of that pint of beer. Because what we're saying is that I go out, have benefit from drinking, but then, I make lots of noise outside your house. So the true benefit of that pint of beer is less than just the benefit to me, because I have to subtract the damage to you from that benefit. And therefore, the marginal social benefit is lower than the marginal private benefit. Yeah, so what we're saying, as well, we wrote this before, but the marginal social benefit is equal to the marginal private benefit minus the external cost in this case. So as a result, the socially optimum level is here. Yeah, the optimum level. So the optimal level of consumption, occurs where the marginal social benefit equals the marginal social cost. And the reason for that is that we look at each one of these individual drinks, each one of those individual units, and what we can see is that the true benefit is above the true cost. True benefit is above the true cost. So all of these units here are adding to community surplus. All of these bits, in spite of the fact that they have some negative side effects. That doesn't matter, because the benefit that we get from it outweighs the cost, even allowing for the negative side effects. So we want some beer, we just don't want, we don't want too much. We don't want those extra units where, as a result of those, there's just far too much noise. There's far too many broken glasses in the streets or whatever. And that's what's happening after, if we call that O, the optimum level, and that's E, the equilibrium level. We go past the socially optimum level. The problem units, again, are those units, the ones beyond the optimal. And the reason is that for each one of these units, the cost is above the benefit. The cost is above the benefit. The cost is above the benefit. So each one of these, the social cost is above the social benefit. And therefore they are reducing welfare. Welfare is increasing for each one of these. It's increasing by less each time, but these are all adding to our welfare. After that point, the social cost is above the social benefit. This is anti-surplus or something. Those units reduce welfare. So again, that area there, the green triangle, that is the welfare loss. And this here is the overconsumption. The misallocation of resources. We put too many resources into producing beer relative to what we would have liked. So we can see what would have been maximised societal welfare. So we can see both here, that's your misallocation of resources. We've produced too much beer, and that is the welfare loss.